What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, man. It's your boy Darion. You know, it's been a while, but I came on here to tell a story time about my most embarrassing rejection of my life. So sit back, get your popcorn, your soda, your ginger ale, you know what I'm saying, and let's get this thing started. This one began in 8th grade, you know, and 8th grade at the time, I thought people were still writing notes. So let me backtrack. This one started in my first period. Now, my first period was, I think it was social studies. I would go into social studies and I'd see her sitting across from me. You know what I'm saying? She never sat next to me, which is weird, but I would see her sit across from me. And I've liked this girl since 6th grade, since my so-called friends, you know, or my friend was dating her, you know what I'm saying? I liked her since then, and it traveled all the way up to 8th grade. So now 8th grade comes around and we go on the first period and she's sitting down, you know, and I decided, I'm like, this is the day. I'm gonna ask her out. And my dumbass, you know, at the time, see, I didn't know if writing notes was still a thing at the time, but I wrote a note, you know. So I sat there, I wrote the note, gave it to her, and she literally, I told her don't read it until like whatever time. Like, I told her don't read it, but I'm going off of pure memory right here, but I remember telling her don't read it just yet. You know, and the bell ring, so that means we can all exit the class. So she was like, okay, and she smiled at me. I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I finally did it. I finally asked her out. I finally, you know, I finally spit game. You know what I'm saying? Not even a period later, everyone knew. Everyone knew that I wrote the note. Everyone knew that what was in the letter. Everyone knew everything, you know what I'm saying? And it was one of those popular girls. She was one of those popular girls, you know what I'm saying? So I knew people were going to know. I didn't think everyone was gonna know, you know what I'm saying? So, because as soon as I get out of second period, people started asking me, Darion, you like such and such? And I'm like, I'm in my mind, I'm like, how do you know that? And I'm like, oh, yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. And I forgot she was like, you know, a popular girl. So I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. And then I just answered the question. I was like, yeah, I do. I think I wrote something cringy. I think the line was, you were as cute as fireworks. I think. I'm not too sure, but I wrote that in a note and it got around to everybody in the school and everybody knew, and people were talking about it the whole day. So I went home that day, like I was walking in a big crowd, right? So my middle school, the bus people leave first, and then the walkers do. The walkers and car riders do. And we would all walk, like, it'd be like a big crowd, and everybody, like, I swear, like, everybody was talking about it, you know? And it made me realize, it was like, damn, I guess that's a no, and people aren't writing notes anymore. Oh my God. But the story does not stop there. Let me tell you why. I asked her to formal. You know how in 8th grade you got this little, like, basically it's like a graduation party to you moving to high school, basically. And ours was called formal, winter formal to be exact, but it was called formal. And I asked her on a date and she couldn't give me an answer, but she wanted to say no, which was so weird. I don't get why females do that. Just tell a nigga no, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I asked her like 5 times, and she didn't like give me an answer. I had to kind of go without a date. You know what I'm saying? I went without a date, and I didn't go to any dances after that except prom. Prom was when I had a girlfriend, but that was all the way in senior year. So that girl that rejected me kind of affected me all the way through, like, you know, junior year, I'd say, because I was too scared to go to a dance, you know, alone. I didn't have a date, so why the fuck am I gonna go? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But looking back on it, I can tell you this: I was one of the biggest simps ever, bro. I mean, I'm not that person anymore, but I was one of the biggest simps in 8th grade. High school was a realization on, you know, how females really act, but I was a simp in 8th grade. So years after graduation, I went on Snapchat. I forgot I even had her Snap, and I came across it, and she was sucking dick on her story, like, and I looked back and I was like, damn, that's the girl that I really like. That's crazy. That's crazy. But, you know, things happen. I know, I guess people change. I guess she changed too, you know what I'm saying? She started doing OnlyFans now. Yeah. For every man watching this, you know what I'm saying, don't be no simp. Period. You know what I'm saying? If you're a female watching this, don't be no simp for no nigga. Okay? Everybody is not meant to be. Do not chase. Do not do none of that shit. So what? What? Well, that's the end of this video. Make sure you like, share, and comment, subscribe. I know it's been a while. Next video coming. Stay tuned. We almost at 1K. Niggas just been busy.